Welcome to QA Automation Hub. So in today's video, let's see what is a polymorphism in Java. And polymorphism is nothing but where we can perform similar logics in different way. Okay, the logic might be similar and it should be somewhat related, but you can do that in a different way. So that is called as a polymorphism in Java. Okay, and there are two types. The first one is the compile time static or static polymorphism. Okay, so this we also call it as method overloading. And below is the real-time example which we see in our string class. See, this is substring is the method name. Okay, and the argument you can see it varies. Okay, so this is called as a method overloading. You will have the similar method name, but the arguments that you are passing inside the method will be different. Okay, so this too will have a separate logic, but it was somewhat related. So we will have a similar method name, and we will allow the user to perform their own requirement using this by calling these methods. Okay, so this is a example from string class. And the second one is runtime or dynamic polymorphism, which is also known as method overriding. So below is an example for method overriding. So we have bank A and bank B. So bank A is the parent class and bank B is the child class, and both has the same method name, calculate interest. So here you can see nothing has been changed. Okay, and the logic alone, here it is calculating with 7.8 interest, here it is calculating with 8.2 interest. Okay, so both will have a same method and it will have some logic difference inside the code. Okay, so this is called as a method overriding, and we'll see how it works in our Java program. And the difference you can quickly go through. For method overloading and overriding, it is used to increase the readability of the program. As I said, we will have different methods, same method names but with different arguments, and your logics will be maintained separately under that methods, so it will be easy for you to read the program. And method overriding, it has a specific implementation of the method which is already present in the parent class. Okay, a slight difference can be made in the child class. And now here you can see it is used to perform within the same class. So this overloading is only inside the same class, the scope is inside same class only. Okay, but overriding is somewhat relevant to the inheritance, right? So it involves multiple classes, and parameters must be different in case of overloading. Parameters definitely it should be different, otherwise it will throw, it's a duplicate method since it is in the same class. Okay, and here parameters must be same, here it can be same. Okay, but they are in different classes, right? So it will not throw any error, but let's see how it gets overridden. And return type can be different. Here return type can be different, but parameter must be same. Okay, the method return type can be different, that is not a problem, but the parameter which you are passing should be definitely different, as the method name is same. And here return type must be same in overriding. So same return type should be available in parent class and child class. And static methods can be overloaded, so here it can be overloaded, but overriding does not involve this modifiers like static, private and final methods. Okay, and here the performance will be good when compared to overriding. Why it is? This we call it as compile time polymorphism, this we call it as runtime polymorphism. So when you run the program, for at the first step itself it will identify which method it should call based on the arguments. Okay, so this will, the performance will be good, but here based on the object it has to identify which method it has to call and override. So here the performance will be low when compared to overriding. Okay, so this we will see with an example now.